I can't believe we're on the island of Zanzibar in Tanzania right now. We arrived to Nungwi, which is one of the most touristic areas on the island. And we've just been checking out some of the local beaches. We've seen some of the most luxurious villas and hotels in the area. But how much per night? Did you remember?
Yeah, we found places that were $600 a night, which for me is mind-blowing because we are paying $23 a night with breakfast included. But I guess this is the real Zanzibar that they don't show you, they don't want you to see.
I don't know whether it's they don't want you to see. I think it's more that they've built up certain areas and they've got the touristic areas, and then this is the reality of where lots of local people live. And it's only a short 5-10 minute walk from the beach. This is probably our favourite thing to do though, is like it's nice to go and see the touristic areas where all like tourism lies, but we love to just get down in the local area and see the real life that people live in the places that we decide to travel to. So I think this is like we're in our elements just walking around these local streets, aren't we? You get to see like kids playing, children singing, women just out talking amongst themselves. It's just really, really lovely just to see the local life and the reality of what it's like for Tanzanians. Is that what you would call it?
I also feel like it's kind of cool that we're walking in a dark alley at night and people are like, are you crazy? It's so dangerous. And it's like, no, it's not dangerous. I don't know, it's like everyday life. Why has to be dangerous just because it's dark?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some countries where you wouldn't go out in the dark, but Tanzania is actually considered a really safe country in Africa, especially on the Zanzibar island. It's a tuk-tuk coming.
He's gonna ask us if we want.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk today. Thank you, my friend. So there's plenty of ways that you can move around Zanzibar. Of course, you can walk around. Some motorcycles offer you a ride, which is like a way of a taxi. However, you can only go one person at a time. Noisy.
Yeah.
Some people will offer you a tuk-tuk, like the one that you just saw. And the private cars that are like taxis, they are not really shown as taxis. It doesn't say the word taxi. They call themselves taxis, but there is not an obvious sign.
They're just a big van, really, that says private hire on it. And then you've got the local transport. That was a local taxi. Then you've got the local transport, which is a dala, which is like a normal bus service. So like, for example, when we were traveling up here, if we were to have got a private taxi, how much would that have cost us? It was like $50.
This is actually one of the private cars. You're gonna notice that all of them say private hire, license to carry 6 passengers.
So that's what you always need to check for, especially if you're going to get a taxi, is that they have that sign on there just for safety reasons, because anyone could effectively tell you that they're a taxi driver otherwise. But yeah, we tend to get the dalas, which is a local bus service to travel around in, and it's just a fraction of the price. So like when we were at the airport, I think they were going to try and charge us $10 just to go to Stone Town, which is only a short journey away. And then we got a dala for, was it 15 cents in total?
We paid
something like that.
We paid something like 40 cents of a dollar for both of us.
And like it could have been like easier to have gone by taxi and would have been more like the standard traveller way to go, but we got to actually like sit in with local people and chat to people when we're driving. You get to see and feel what it's really like to immerse yourself in the culture of the country that you're travelling to.
And this time is great to walk around, first of all, because it's not so hot. Today's been incredibly hot.
It's been so hot.
Oh, the sun is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wonder if we can find a place where we can see the sunset.
So we haven't actually been able to see an actual sunset here on the island just yet, because every time the sun starts going down, it hides behind the clouds and then suddenly it's nighttime. It doesn't look like there's many clouds in the sky at the moment, so hopefully we'll get in luck and we'll actually get to see a proper sunset tonight.
And I have to tell you, according to my personal opinion, because I've been to more countries in Africa.
Here he goes, telling me about how he's been such a traveller.
African sunsets are, in my opinion, the best ones. This street van here will take you through some of the most expensive hotels in the area. Some of these are more inland, so they don't have ocean view, but you're gonna see how everything changes dramatically. Grass, nice trees. In most cases, no trash.
But it's a lot quieter as well. You don't see as many people just hanging around, whereas a couple of streets back, you see people just hanging on the street corners, listening to music. You get like a real vibe. I think this is like a dead end. I think this is just taking us to a beach hotel, maybe?
Oh yeah, we took the wrong one. We had to keep going to the right and then go left. Yeah, it is nice to stay in these places. You get all the comfort that you are usually used to. The Western kind of food, nice hot shower with good water pressure.
He's saying this because the last place we stayed in, we didn't have hot water, so we had cold showers that were like dripping dribbling. And last night, the pressure went while he was having his shower. So I had to go and get it to turn back on. And then when I had my shower, it was like really pressurized. Like it was so powerful. And he was very, very jealous.
Oh, look, my favorite tree here.
We love these trees. They're so cool.
So I actually love these trees because they have a good trunk. In some cases, it looks very slim. In some cases, it's quite wider.
Chunky.
In the branches, instead of growing to the sides or up, they just hang. So it's like you don't actually get to see the trunk. I just think it looks like a wonderful tree. I've never seen it before.
We're going to show you somewhere a little bit further down the road in a moment where you can see like a pathway going all the way down. It looks really, really nice. It looks really pretty and it's decorated with all of these trees.
This person that you can see right in front of us is part of the Maasai tribe. The Maasai is one of the, I would say, the biggest ethnic group in all of Tanzania. And traditionally, this is what they wear, like a piece of fabric around their shoulder. Then they have something that looks like a skirt. And I love it because most of them, they carry around a stick. In most cases, they also have a knife.
He pays a lot more attention to these things than I do because I'm looking at him like, oh, I did not know this.
Look at the knife, don't you see it?
No.
Oh, we have already here some big hotels. You can tell, first of all, because there is light. This is something that we haven't seen that much.
Where we're staying, it is really, really dark and it's like narrow alleyways, but it's like right in the heart of the Nungwi city.
We have learned some words since we're here. Jambo means hi. Mambo is how are you, so altogether Jambo Mambo, hi, how are you? Pole pole.
Pole pole.
Slowly, slowly.
It's like a take it easy. Get there, pole pole. Don't hurry. Hakuna Matata
Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata.
means no
It means
worries.
no worries for the rest of your day. I love it because everyone literally says it. And I don't know whether it's just a general thing that people say to each other or whether it's more like a tourism thing because everyone knows the Lion King and Hakuna Matata. You hear it everywhere. People will just say Jambo and then Hakuna Matata.
They use it for every single occasion. Everything is a Hakuna Matata. You can see lots of souvenirs, bags or t-shirts.
Yeah,
They have written on
plaques
it.
that say Hakuna Matata. Hello.
Jambo.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a little different one. This isn't the one we were thinking of, but we've just found another street that has these lovely little trees on it. I wonder what the trees are called, but you can actually see like the trunks on these trees. They're a little bit thicker, and then they just hang down, like Mirko was showing.
Altogether, it's like a tunnel. In most cases, because we haven't seen these trees anywhere else in all of Zanzibar, it seems like just an elegant entry to expensive hotels.
We haven't been down this street, so we don't actually know what's at the end of this one. But when we were walking around the last one, we thought, oh, that looks like a lovely little street. And then it went to these very expensive bungalows, and they were gated and had guards, and they were kind of like, can we help you? And we were like, no, we were just looking. Never mind. Thank you. Goodbye. Is that a baobab tree, is it?
If you look at the top, I don't know, it's kind of far away. It has a fruit. And this stuff has something inside that is edible. We tried it yesterday on a tour.
It's like a really sweet cover, so it's bright red and it's got like this powder on it, which is really, really sweet. But you chew it, you can't chew the seed inside, but you can like chew on it and it tastes really sweet and like, it's kind of like berry-ish, like a sweet, like a sherbet berry. And then you spit out the seed afterwards. Hello. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, the berries inside, it's just really sweet and very nice. And you just spit out the little seed afterwards. But it does stain like, Mirko looked like he had lipstick on. It was really funny because it stained all his lips. And I had it all over my fingers and it stained them, which it's actually gone now. So it doesn't last long. A couple of washes and it's gone.
SIM cards over here. Oh, I like this word. Wakala means something like agency. You see it in most shops that will sell you SIM cards, travel agencies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in South America, wakala, but not written W-A, but G-U-A, it means something that it makes you feel disgust, something kind of ew. So
It's like yucky or akavi in Welsh.
yeah.
Jumbo. We've seen a woman having her hair done just now. She's got blonde hair and they were putting pink extensions into braids and it looked so pretty.
Look at this car with red lights.
So this is the street that we were looking at that's got the fancy bungalows down the bottom, but we just thought it looked really, really pretty. Just look at that.
Where are we? Yeah, here's where you can see the difference of what it's like
Yeah,
to stay
so
in a touristy area versus a local one. You have
Hello.
Jumbo, you have nice grass an actual side block you can walk on.
Some really pretty clothes in them. Like, I absolutely love these dresses and play suits. I think they're so cute. But unfortunately, I'm a budget traveller. I'm wearing a backpack, so I have no room to be able to buy any of these things. So I just have to admire them from afar. Mirko said earlier, it's like, why don't you buy something then? You know, you never buy anything when you're traveling. And I was like, I haven't got any room in my backpack, so even if I wanted to, I could not.
This is gonna sound weird, but I actually feel kind of bored walking in this area. It's not the same. We should go to the main street.
Yeah, after we've been to the sunset, maybe we'll go do that. But I think it's because a lot of areas that have got touristic development, they all feel quite similar. They've always got the souvenir shops, they've always got the fancy restaurants, they've always got that sort of stuff. So it all feels quite similar, whereas every other country has its own culture, has its own experiences, has its own people with its own vibe. So when you get into the local areas, you can see the difference in different countries.
Something else that we have noticed is that we have stayed in 2 different properties since we arrived to Zanzibar. And both places, the owners were Russians.
Oh yeah, they were, weren't they?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I don't know, for whatever reason, apparently Russians find kind of appealing Zanzibar. I don't know if money is better here, if they've made money in their countries and then they are moving here because they can do more with their money. I don't know if there is any Russian watching this. I would like to know the answer to that.
If you know the answer, that is. Is this back to the beach, isn't it? Yeah, it's back to Mamma Mia Beach. Or Nungwi Beach.
No, it's over that way.
Oh, is it? Didn't we walk this way earlier?
This way, here too.
Okay. Jumbo.
Jumbo.
Hey.
All
Are you
good?
good?
Yeah.
Wow.
How you doing, my man?
Yes. What are you going? The beach?
I was just gonna see the
Yeah, it's
sunset
just
if we
round
have
there.
time. So we're in a little bit of a rush before the sun goes down.
You need to sunset. You need to go to see the sunset.
Sunset?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go now to see it.
Here.
Yes.
What?
Here.
No, we're gonna go here.
You need to go.
Yeah,
to the
we go
beach.
left.
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Have a good day.
And you.
I like that. Do it again.
Yes. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
You're welcome. I have a sweet day here.
You have never been to Zanzibar before?
Never.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Jumbo.
This one here?
Yes, it's this one.
Hey,
Hi.
man, all good.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Sorry, we're in a rush. We want to see the sunset before the sun.
The sunset,
Yeah.
I'm a paparazzi.
You are paparazzi?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can show you the. Sorry, be careful. The one passing the bus there.
No worries. We know where it is. We know where we're going. We have been here several days. Yeah.
Sure.
We don't need paparazzi today.
So jet ski?
No, not jet ski. Thank you, my friend. No, I don't need cannabis. Thank you. I don't want cannabis. I don't smoke. This is something that we have been offered for I don't know
Multiple times.
How many times? already, yeah.
Oh, it looks. Is it clouds?
We don't want to give any suggestions to anyone, but if you like cannabis, yeah, it's not hard to find it here. You walk during the day around this beach, and all you see is white people, tourists, and you do see some locals, but they are trying to sell you things. But at this time, most people are locals, which I love. They are playing football, dancing, exercising.
It looks so much more lively here than it did this morning. This morning it was like completely empty on the entire of the beach. Even just like 2 hours ago it was much more empty than it is right now.
The Maasai tribe are known for a dance they practice, and they basically can jump like really high.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you? Hey.
Hi, my friend.
Oh, good.
I think you from Zanzibar.
Yeah? Why? I jump like a Maasai?
Yeah. I see
Show
you
me how
here.
you do it. Can you show me how
I
you
show
do
you.
it?
Well,
We jump high, guys. He could be a soccer player and
Slam dunk.
Spain.
Española, hola.
Hola.
Ala Madrid o Barcelona?
Barcelona. Barcelona?
Yeah, Barcelona. Me,
Barcelona?
Catalan.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Me, Lamine Yamal.
Yamal?
Yamal. Okay, take care. Huh?
Okay.
Hello.
I've never shaken so many hands in my life.
Yeah.
And the guy that we met before, he was like 10 times. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although you had a fun little handshake with him.
No, my friend, sorry, we're doing a video. The sad news is that most people here always expect something from you.
Yeah.
So it's hard to have like a
Genuine conversation. Because a lot of the time you find that people have a conversation with you, but they're either trying to sell you something or encourage you to give some sort of tip for anything, which I guess is a typical thing in a touristic area. But, you know, when you're trying to walk down the street and every conversation you have is someone trying to sell you something, it can be a little bit tiring.
If you come to Zanzibar, at least, we don't know about the rest of Tanzania yet because we have to go there. But our experience so far is that you have to come with a very open mind and a good attitude unless you want to stay in a bubble, in a resort and not go out from there. This is going to happen no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Call
And I
it
guess
a touristy or not touristy area.
Yeah.
People are going to get close to you, they're going to speak to you, and they can be very pushy at times.
I guess it can be expected when you're in like touristic areas. Like you said, we've had it in both the touristy and the local areas. And I guess it is just an expected thing, isn't it? In many countries where tourism happens, because if you're going to that country, you should be trying to contribute to the economy there as well.
And sometimes you are not in the best mood to actually keep it going, you know? But sometimes I just cannot avoid being a little bit rude and it's like, not now, please. Like I just said to this guy, sorry, we're busy.
And I guess in a way, it's not always being rude, it's being assertive, which I just kind of let Mirko deal with that as the man in the relationship. I go back to traditional ways when we do that. I'm a very independent person. But when it comes to this, I'm like, Mirko, you're the man. You can deal with all of this. I'll be the woman that just sits at the sidelines.
Okay, this is kind of cool. We have not been in this part of the beach.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of football going on. Then you've got boats arriving, jet skis still. And then loads of people just congregating on the beach a little bit further ahead. Maybe we should go this way so we don't get in the water and hopefully don't get hit by the ball.
I love the daylight because, of course, if you want to come to the beach, you want it to be sunny and it's nice to swim and the colors of the water look nicer. But this time it's amazing. I would say that the quantity of people that you see on the beach, it's not double, not triple, not
Quadruple?
Not.
Is a hell of a lot more than what we've seen at any other time, which I guess kind of ties in with what they say about like the daytime, like you should avoid the sun between these certain hours because the UV rays are so high. You know, as a British person coming from the UK, I know that a lot of Brits don't listen to that. They, like, you know, we're out. As soon as there's a little bit of sun, you're out in it all day, you're bathing in it, and you don't really think about the like 11 till 3 highest rays and whatever. But in a lot of these countries, they don't. Like, they stay away from the sun during the daytime and then come out when it's a little bit cooler in the night. And probably the UV rays are a lot safer. Like, it feels like there's a lovely breeze here at the moment. But as you can see, Mirko's getting involved in a game over here. I always try and stay away from any type of ball because for whatever reason, my head and my face are literally like a magnet for it. I can't tell you how many times I've been hit in the face with a ball just because I'm walking minding my own business and someone will be like, look out, and then I'll turn and I'll just go smack right in the face. So whenever I see a ball, I'm always like a little bit like traumatized.
There is a lot of things going on at this moment. We saw the guys working out over there. We missed it because we were thinking they are under the pier or the
Oh
restaurant.
yeah.
Here you have the people playing volleyball, which is something we haven't seen before, at least in Tanzania. You get to see more people playing football.
Wow, look at these guys over here.
And these guys, what they basically
Oh
do is
my
that
gosh.
they dance, they perform, they play some music for people that are at the restaurants right in front.
I mean, the skill and strength that it has to take to be able to do that sort of balancing is just incredible.
I'm getting hungry though.
I was just looking at the food, I was looking at the restaurant, like, maybe we should go and check it out and see if there's any food for us. Because this is the other added challenge that we have. You know, we're both plant-based and I'm also celiac, so that means we can't have any animal products, no meat, no fish, no dairy, no egg, and then I also can't have any gluten. It just adds a lot of challenges to what we can and can't eat. And like, to be fair to Mirko, he tries to support me as best as he can with our meals because we love to share our food together. We're gonna go and see if we can find food while we're going to the local streets. Oh, you can do them, Mirko. I remember you doing them.
Yeah, I can
you
do that.
show off.
I can do the pistol squats.
How many can you do?
I don't know, it's been a while, but I think I could do like 12 of them.
Okay, you've made your point. You've made
Okay.
your point. Look at it. Oh my god. Balls, 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 balls. Oh my god, they're doing Jerusalem. I was showing Mirko this dance earlier.
Oh.
He was like, what are you doing? But like, they're literally doing, obviously, you know that this is like the most popular dance at the moment, but absolutely love it.
I'm sorry to say this, but they do it so much better than you do.
I mean, in all fairness, I don't dance, so... Oh, so nice. Oh my god, the vibe here is just so different to the daytime. Like, you can see it really, it's so true what they say that it comes alive in the nighttime.
Tuna,
Cool.
octopus, lobster, jumbo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
So as you can see, we're now back in the streets. This is again one of the touristy streets. You've got all of the souvenir shops all the way down lining the streets. And there's a private hire taxi right next to me, so let's let it get through before it runs us over.
There you go, the Hakuna Matata is everywhere.
Oh yeah, on the bags and everything.
This is pretty much a parking lot. You walk here during the day and it looks kinda empty, but all the private hire cars park here at night. It's like I suppose it's a designated spot for them. What is that squeaky sound?
Your shoes.
No, it's your bottle.
Why is my
well,
bottle squeaking? I got it hanging from my hip because we didn't want to carry our bags. It's so big, it carries like a litre.
I'm wondering what tomorrow is going to be like, because today we have been saying a lot when people are asking us, oh, how long are you in Zanzibar? And they are offering us jet ski, going to the islands, a lot of different tours. We feel like they're very pushy. So for us, the easiest way to say no is today's our last day. We're flying out today. So a lot of these guys are like, oh, okay, you're flying out today. And they happen to have a very good memory.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I hope you've had a lovely time, enjoy, thank you for coming. But I think he stands out a little bit with his hat. If we go back to these beaches tomorrow, they're probably going to be like, hey, you said you were leaving yesterday, you're a liar. And it's not that we were intentionally lying, but like in all fairness, we have been on a few of these different tours, we have been to a few of the islands, and we just wanted to check out the local area today. But people are very, very pushy with trying to encourage you to buy a tour or to go on a jet ski. You know, the easiest way is to tell a little bit of a white lie and say, it's our last day, because then people kind of don't want to know. They're like, oh, you've either done it all, you've got no money left, or you're not interested.
I feel like the second you say, I'm backpacking, I don't have any cash or I don't have any money with me, their interest in you automatically
Walks away.
disappears.
Oh, these are so stunning. Like, we see so many of these shops and they've got some of these beautiful paintings in them. Like, just look at those colors. Like, it's absolutely stunning.
This is the part that I was dying to show.
Here, Cara.
I love the beach at night, but I also love this area. This is the main street. It starts somewhere here, I believe.
A little bit around the corner, I think. This is still technically a bit of the touristy area. It becomes like a main street and it's got like a roundabout on it. And then suddenly you see it's very different to the streets we were showing you just a moment ago. Oh yeah, Mirko wants to show you this because it is really cool.
I haven't seen avocados this big since I was living in Venezuela. In Spain, they're like a third of this, and in the UK, like a quarter.
This is the end of the main roads that go down to the touristy beach area, and then this is where the real Nungwi starts.
So this pretty much shows what most cities look like. No illumination whatsoever, with the exception of that one that is coming from the shops itself. I want to think that when these shops close at night, the light is going to be gone. Not sure, we haven't been walking that late at night here. So if this is what a main road looks like, hang in there for a minute until we get back to the area where we're staying. Okay, so all kinds of shops here. We have internet, eSIM cards. This is to send money. These are the guys that offer you a ride on the motorcycle.
And then you can see the roads are still a little bit cramped as well. There's not much of a walkway, so you have to keep like dipping in and out of the road and the pavement.
Like in the UK, people drive here on the left side of the road. Why? Because Tanzania was up until 1963 or 1964, was it? I think it was up until 1963 a protectorate of the UK. Is that how you say it?
Protectorate, yeah.
One thing that I love is that you hardly see any people here on their phone.
I was just going to say, I've not seen a single person with a smartphone here. They've all got like the really old Nokias, which is just used for texting and calling, which keeps people really like grounded to like the present moment, doesn't it? Because you're not glued to your phone, you're not obsessed with things like social media, you're just living in the here and now. Oh my God, look!
Livestock.
Oh, the cows.
Why are they walking here?
I don't know, but look at them. Hello, babies. Oh, you're so cute. Here, we've seen cows, we've seen goats, we've seen chickens, roosters, cats. We've only seen one dog, and that was literally about 20 minutes ago when we were walking. That's the only dog I've seen.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see the dog when we were walking past Mamma Mia just now?
No.
When we were leaving the beach, a lady was walking, and I said, oh, hello, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, hello. We got a little pup behind us. It was literally a dog. See, there's so much attention he pays.
Anyway, this is it's interesting that you mention it because, no stray dogs. I didn't notice it before. Another thing, you do see people smoking, but smoking is like a luxury thing to do, right? Not many people really smoke.
Yeah. But you also wonder, is that because we're in 2026 and more people are aware of the damage that smoking does? You know,
I'm loving the quantity of fruits that you can see all over the place. Papaya seems to be very popular, the same with coconuts, bananas, avocados, pineapples, and watermelon. I would say those are the fruits that you find everywhere.
yeah.
No strawberries, no blueberries, raspberries, no kiwi.
Mangoes are so good here though as well. It's so nice. We are going to get run over by a bike and a car. There's a car in front of us. It's very dusty here as well. I'm noticing my eyes are very sensitive, and I'm noticing that every now and then I'm having to wipe my eyes because there's dust going in them.
I didn't notice it up until when it was getting darker. I took my sunglasses off, and then stuff started going in my eye, and when the wind blows like now is when
Very dusty.
when you feel it. There you go, some cooking going on. They're frying, I'm not sure what. Some meat sticks,
Yeah.
some wedges, rice.
Chips. It smells really nice as well.
It does smell nice.
Is that new? I think that's new, which means we're down this next street.
Yeah, next one is ours.
So you can see the difference here compared to the tourist streets.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we are back. I'm gonna call this our neighborhood. Oh my God, it looks so dark on camera.
Does it? Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Well,
I mean, it is generally quite dark anyway, but you can see some of the lights.
Well, you can see pretty much the same that we are seeing.
But it does feel like there's a lot of life here as well, so much more than in the tourist strip, as we call it.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a very community, homely vibe here.
Who's playing?
I don't know, I can't see.
Scotland, Brazil. Brazil is winning 2-0. Oh shit!
Oh no, did you stand in some dirt?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, you can't even see us. We can't even see anything either, but Mirko's just stood in what I'm assuming was a muddy puddle. I'm hoping was a muddy puddle. This little light is just coming from a motorbike in front of us. We are the only people who have been walking down these streets. You can't really see it, but this is the accommodation that we're staying at.
Jumbo. This is the kitchen.
This is our room in my favourite number 4. So yeah, it's a pretty basic room.
Bathroom looking pretty simple, like in all places we have stayed before.
But that's enough from us. We're gonna go and eat now. So we've walked all the way back here, and we're gonna go and walk that road again.
Thank you for watching. If you made it to this point, really thank you so much.
Very impressive.
Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel because it helps us a lot.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Our goal is to do this full time. We are also in a long distance relationship. I live in Spain, Daz lives in the UK. And our aim is to be able to live traveling and make of this our living. Reason why your support means everything to us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
How do you say bye in Swahili?
I don't know, did we learn it?
We haven't.
We haven't learned it.
We have homework.